I used to find myself taking pride of just tackling him. And when I think about it, I was the one at Chelsea, he was the one at QPR. But I'd be in his face like, I got the ball off you, just to try and get one up on him. But then I remember one time I did it and we had like a five-a-side, his year versus my year, blah, blah. And I got the better of him. And then he pulled up his trousers and he was wearing ankle weights. And he was like, if I had these off, then I would have destroyed you.
Here at FOOTY 258, we're proud to present you with the best football-specific content. We work with many companies and many ballers to give you, the viewers, the best content possible. You, the viewer, we're always looking to help you improve your skill set. In order for you to improve your skill set and for us to keep making these videos, please click the link down below and buy some equipment. The equipment helps us run this channel, and also you subscribing to the channel helps us producing more of these videos to help you with your skill set and your knowledge of the game. Thank you for supporting FOOTY 258.
Next segment we're going to go into, quite similar to the segment we just did before. This one is a bit more individual to you and your experiences in football so far. So the first question we're going to go with, who's the best player each and every one of you guys have played with?
I have to say Andre Buford. To me, played with him at Dagenham, midfielder. He played international for Trinidad and Tobago, and I'd say he's the best player that I played with.
Would you say he's the most underrated player you've also played with as well?
Underrated in terms of everyone that's played with him rates him, so not in that sense, but underrated maybe for the fact that he should have played higher in his career, and he didn't. But everyone that if you speak to anyone that's played with him, whatever level they're playing at, they will tell you that he's one of the best, like a very good player. So
Dan, who's the best player you played with and the most underrated?
Best player I played with, well, when I was at Ilkeston, I had Francois Zoko used to come and train with us, but then I used to play with Lee Hughes, and like them two as strikers, like league strikers, I learned a lot from them. So Lee Hughes was like, he made me see the dirty side of the game. Like you lot say I'm strong, but like I don't use my strength as much as I could. And Lee Hughes made me see that you have to. So we played the game once, and and I'm getting elbowed, I'm getting pushed around. He's going down, swearing, do this, do it back to them, do this, do that, and then they keep pushing me around. And he goes, you know what? I'll show you how it's done. Next thing you see the defender on the floor, referee's running over, the guy turns around and he's bleeding, and then he goes to me, Dan, that's how you do it. He's getting sent off. But as a player, he was sick, man. Hold the ball up, like as soon as he gets the ball, he's trying to turn to shoot. He link up play. He's like, he was just a sick target man, the finisher as well.
So for his example, he got sent off to just show you how to do it.
Yeah, basically, he wanted me to see that this is what you have to do, and that showed me, yeah, this is football. Because obviously, when we're younger, we're playing it for fun and that. But as you start getting older, you're playing it to bring money for your family and like feed your family. Obviously, there's still that element of fun in it, but that's how it's your work, it's your job. So you have to use all the tools you've been given to make it work.
I'm gonna go with Reese.
I've got two main ones for the best player. Obviously, Raheem's comes up as one of them. Not obviously just because what he's doing now, it's just in school football. In the school playground, you get those players that are really good, but I used to find myself taking pride of just tackling him. And when I think about it, I was the one at Chelsea, he was the one at QPR. But I'd be in his face like, I got the ball off you, just to try and get one up on him. But then I remember one time I did it and we had like a five-a-side, his year versus my year, blah, blah. And I got the better of him. And then he pulled up his trousers and he was wearing ankle weights. And he was like, if I had these off, then I would have destroyed you. And that like really took me back. It was like I was running at full pace and we was just about probably keeping up and you had ankle weights and all that time. So that's always stuck with me and I used to always like sing his praises before he went to Liverpool, and I got ridiculed sometimes, got called Rahis at Chelsea because I was always talking about him, but no one really understood because at school I was thinking, how can I see this at school, go to training on a Tuesday, Thursday evening and not see anyone better than that? I saw at school football. So that was weird for me. And obviously you guys know Jeremy Boga, played against him many times. He was just incredible. Like he would just literally pass. I know we had a good team when we were younger, but realistically we used to pass the ball to him and he would do most of the work and we would kind of thrive off what he does. So they're my two best players I played with.
Okay, what about you, H?
For me, I didn't actually get to play like a proper game with him, but in training I got two. There was a player called Robin Shrew at Stevenage, and technically he was out of this. Like I'd never seen anything like it. Both feet, when it came to finishing, step over, push, wasn't the quickest, wasn't like the most, wasn't blessed with like incredible athleticism and whatever, but when it came to like proper soccer, yeah, it was unreal. Great guy as well, just a great guy to have in the change room. Someone I played with, there was a guy at St Albans called David Noble. He literally, at God knows what, I think he was probably like 36, 37 in the Conference South. He still was just running games with a cigar, like so calm, didn't give the ball away. Just technically sound as well. Just, yeah, it's wicked, man.
Yes, it's not always like the biggest name you've heard. Like some players that you've played with, they're literally the best players, but maybe they just haven't had the luck to go forward. Who would you say? Who would you say is the most hardest direct opponent you've played against? So let's say, for example, Faye and Dan, you're both strikers. Who's the hardest defender? H is a centre back. Who's the hardest, or maybe you play that right back as well, H. Who's the hardest winger or striker you've come up against? And likewise with Reese being a winger, who's the hardest fullback?
I'll say Willy Bolly for Wolves. With them last season, FA Cup, and he's like a man mountain. Like he's like just strong, fast, and just like I'll never forget like in that game when we played them in the second leg, and I was running with the ball and he tackled me, like he slide tackled me, took the ball, cleared everything, and like I fell and hit the ground, and I felt like I just fell out a moving car, like I was just on the turf, like I think grasping in my lip, like like I was winded, and I was just like, it felt like I'd been hit by a car. Like the tackle was so strong, but he got the ball in it, and I was like, wow, this is like Premier League. This is Premier League.
This is it.
I was like, yeah, man. Like, he's definitely someone that sticks in my mind.
Okay, let's go to Dan. What about Dan?
For me, I've got two. One was a pre-season game against Aston Villa, James Chester. So, like, I'm getting before he's come on, I'm getting the ball, I'm turning, I'm doing my thing, and then he's come on now, and it's like he was reading everything I was doing. It's like things I've done in the past, and I'll be like, oh, get it, turn this way, shoot. I get it, turn, he's in my face, takes the ball off me. Run down the channel, he's there before me, puts his arm there, clears the ball, passes
That's
the ball.
That's the worst when that happens.
Yeah, it was like everything I did, he knew what I was going to do before I even started doing it. So that was long. And I don't want to say his surname wrong. Marvel's brother.
Okay.
I don't know how you said their surname.
Epiteta.
It's like Epiteta or something like that.
Epiteta, yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, played against them played against Leyton Orient in the FA Trophy semi-finals. Yeah, and at theirs, his legs are long. He wins
like
headers.
Daddy long legs, man.
Bro, I took him down the channel, tried to knock it one side and go. His body's away. His body's like, you've gone past his body, but his leg's going to stop you and bring the ball back. And that was hard, man. And them two for me.
Yeah, I think I played with him.
Past them.
I played with him. I got loaned out to Chelmsford. And I remember he was there. He was quite young at the time, 19. And he was handling himself like, you know, like a man at the time. It's just that he had some time to kind of get into his body because he was very long. So I know probably when you came up against him, he was probably even better. What about H?
I doubt anyone will know him, but I remember there was a time at Enfield we played against Mercham and Dulwich, and this lad, or I say lad, he's a big man, Dean McDonald. It's like fairly short dude, kind of sort of stockyish, but he was so sharp with his movement. And yeah, I feel like you can be the slowest guy, you can be the fastest. If your movement is correct as a centre back, it's so difficult. He's probably easy one of the best players I've played against. So sharp. He could jump, feet, like literally he had it all. I don't know. I like, you know, when there's someone so good, you're like, wait, who is this guy? Like, and I've like read up on him, and he's played like games in the conference or whatever, and like in the Football League many years ago. But that he was that good, like I wanted to go check up on who the guy was, like, because it weren't like some massive. But then I saw something on the Twitter feed one time where someone was like, "This is what easy." Someone said he's one of the best footballers to come out of like South London, but never really got a chance. And I was like, wow. But yeah, he was unreal, man. Unreal.
What about you, Reese?
I've got two as well. One was, I don't know if he still plays for you guys, but Josh Emmanuel, Shrewsbury, played against him a couple of times. I feel like he knew I didn't want to take him on, so he already won the battle because he's like triple the size of me. So I thought I'd try and take physicality out of it, but he always just bring it back in. So it was a horrible 60 minutes for me. Like, I was just waiting for my number to come up. I remember the game so clearly. Like, I tried to go inside. You know when you can feel someone behind you, like a shadow. I didn't know if he wanted to go left or he wanted me to go right. So I tried to just try and set whoever passed it to me, but I ended up messing up the set because he was in my head. So that was a bad 50 minutes. And played against Middlesbrough when Adama Traore was right wing and I was left wing back, and I probably fouled him 6 times. But the thing is, I struggled to foul him, like tried to drag him back, but I ended up being dragged with him when he was running. So those, like, both times have been like, the physicality has been too much for me to handle. So yeah.
You've had it hard, man. You've had it hard, not easy opposition. Josh.
Out of position against Traore. Out of position. That's unfair.
Yeah, like left wing back, and obviously we saw him. So the left centre back said, "Yeah, I'm gonna say like left back as well, 2 left backs." And then when it came to it, he tucked in bare. So it was just him. Me to hang out to dry, really, and he was taking the piss, like stopping it standstill, and I was already standing like 3 yards away from him, but he kicked it like 7 yards and still got there. So yeah.
Would you say with him, is he fast? If this makes sense, is he fast because he's so powerful and strong, or is it just he's just fast? You see how you're fast, you know, like.
No, I feel like he's really explosive, but he knows you're scared of him. Like, so he can do something and make a mistake, But because you're already panicked of him burning you, you won't even tackle him because you're so far away from him. He could have a bad touch, miscontrol, but you're so worried about him like getting past you that you're not even concentrating on getting the ball off him. You're just making sure nothing bad happens to you, trying to save yourself more than tackling him, really. So that's happened to me anyway.
Yeah, Faye, you come not directly up against him, but I remember came to watch your game. You played Wolves in the FA Cup, and he came on and he started to make stuff happen. What would you say is does he do in his game, which is like, you know, you can't really stop?
Yeah, it's like what we said. He's so explosive and strong. Like that combination. Normally, when you have someone that's super strong, they might not be as fast, or someone that's super fast might not be as strong. But he's got both in abundance, and it's like, yeah, he doesn't get tackled. I remember the game, the second leg, especially when we played at their ground. So obviously the pitch was a lot better and the pitch was bigger, and he was playing like right wing, and we had a left wing back and a left centre back up against him. He didn't get tackled. He always got to the byline. Whether his cross was to his man or not was varied up to him, but no one like tackled him or took the ball off him. So he really, like, I think we've seen this season he's improved his end product in terms of goals and assists, because that's the only thing that can stop him. Because in terms of someone physically 1v1 tackling him and taking the ball off him, I've not seen many people do it.
For more content like this, like, share and subscribe.